Hello, hello. So, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream tonight, but I figured I can get a short one in, and I felt like, so I'm gonna be playing Genshin anyway. I need to do my dailies and such. Might as well spend some of that time streaming. And it's also Ayaka's birthday, September 28th. And oh, wow, 10 Sakura blooms. That's really nice. And it also happens to be the anniversary. So there's this web event I noticed, and it seems to point to an external link. So let's actually try going there, see what that offers us. So I'm gonna have to adjust the audio a little bit. Just a moment. There we go. Let me mute the game as well. And that thing's actually quite loud. Okay, I think that's way better. So, this is supposed to be an unforgettable journey. Enter the theater. Yeah, I began on September or October 1st, as you can see. That's 359 days. So yeah, that was when I caught Paimon, I guess, huh? Anyway, I noticed that October 1st was the day Amber joined my party. Yep, okay, October 1st, naturally. That's the day I started the game. Is this gonna have me actually relive this in some sort of... That's pretty cute. Yeah, 41... Wait, really? That's... If you told me to guess, I probably would have guessed less. More in the range of around 10,000 maybe, or even less, but 41,000. Masks, arrowheads, and large horns. Crises have also learned where you have encountered and defeated 21,000. Huh. I guess intuitively that also makes sense that I killed roughly twice as many hilichurls as slimes. I wouldn't have guessed that it would come out to be almost exactly twice as much. A little less, but not by much. Very close to exactly twice as much. Ah, Timmy! 420 pigeons. Ooh, nice. 107 sweet madams. Oh, poor Timmy. Ducks were also... Oh, 6 ducks. Ooh, that was a little quick. Can I rewind this? No. Oh, okay, I can switch, but let's just keep watching. 500 treasure chests. Hmm. I wonder if there... how many there are in total. I'm guessing it's more than 500. That's cute. I like seeing the two of them together. They definitely go well. These... maybe less so. The 4 drunkards. Do you know who they are? 4 drunkards? I actually don't remember. I feel like I remember at least one of them from the bar, but I don't even remember his name. That's also cute, them hanging out. Picking flowers and thanks to... Okay, level 8 in January 25th. I didn't know that. Brooks request of foul. 48. Oh, and... yeah, this is really cute. I kind of wish you could pause at moments because I wanted to catch the background as well as the text. Yeah, I actually don't remember which flower I selected. Oh wow, that was my birthday. Oh. I somehow managed to hit level 10 on my birthday. Yeah, I haven't done this one very many times at all. I guess just RNG in the daily commission. Oh, hello, Nat, Wave Master. thanks for coming by. Happy anniversary. I just started watching this, but let's see how this goes. Your next stop is Dragonspine, Golden Apple. Let's just go start with Dragonspine. That was the first one. You only did each of those once? Huh. Yeah, that's funny RNG, huh? There's still the leeway achievement that I haven't gotten yet. A couple of them. Okay, that's Christmas Eve. And that was... Wow, I also defeated the Snowboard King on my birthday. I remember streaming on my birthday, actually, because I pulled for Ganyu on my birthday, or I already had her, but for C1 and I got her. So I wonder if I did that on stream then, beating this Snowboard King. Okay. A little surprised there's no sound effects. It's all music, which maybe that's it fitting in theme with this whole play aesthetic. Maybe that's how the presentation's supposed to be. So 9 days or 8 days after I started, because I started on October 1st, I arrived at Liyue, so a little over a week. I remember I rushed it at first because I thought the Zhangling reward might go away. I don't think she did in the end. But okay, I've spent 115 million, huh? That's really... I don't know how many I would have guessed, but I mean, it's nice to have that number now. I wonder if... I'm sure in the FGO servers, they must have something that records how much an individual player has used. If not, it's probably not that hard to reverse engineer just from all the characters. But I wonder how many that would be for me. I certainly know it's more than 999 million. I'm pretty sure it's more than 2 billion, actually. 1117, that was probably... What? I remember this, Wind Trace quite well. I really enjoyed Wind Trace. Only 41 games and 126, okay. It's not bad. Took only 22 seconds. I think I vaguely remember getting caught that quick. And you're 117. Interesting, that's pretty close, huh? I wouldn't have guessed that we'd be that close in terms of Mora spent. Just from, not because of any particular reason, but just because 2 random people chosen, I feel like, would have had higher variance. Because that's less than 2% difference. That's quite tiny. 20k Hilichurl and 10k Blob. For me, I was 40k Hilichurl and 20k Blob. Slimes. Yeah. Lantern Ride Festival. Yeah, I remember I set off a lot of Zhao Lanterns, and I still have a lot of them left over. Oh, Xinyan! She's in a cutscene, sort of. And she's a lefty. I didn't know that. She's a lefty. 57 and 153. Alright. I mean, the first Theater Mechanicus really wasn't all that difficult. The second one I had a lot more trouble with. Yeah, for the anniversary, I guess so. Or I'll have to use them for some pulls. I'm gonna save them for the next Zhao festival and maybe do some pulls then. So 1075 treasure chests. Yeah. And I reached level 8 or whatever in November 19th, so that took almost 2 months. 79... Oh. Singing to the Strange Blaze Lilies. I vaguely remember a story quest with that. Oh, Yanfei. Oh, was it really December 1st that we got the Serenity Teapot? I feel like it was... Or no, maybe it wasn't the Serenity Teapot that was December 1st. Okay, yeah, it's April 28th. It's still earlier... Well, actually, no, I probably would have guessed around that time. Hmm. 5 travelers, not that many. Yep, July 22nd. There's Sayu. Huh. 378 treasure chest. Can we actually interact with these at all? 8-6. Bale Thunder. Turn them to 9. Alright. Not. Oh, that's really adorable. Yoimiya and the Traveler and Paimon setting off fireworks. Yeah. August 1st. $120. Huh. I guess that must be just the total number of books I've ever gotten. Amoritia. Huh. July 23rd. Nice. Just Toma with the little doggy Shiba Inu. Still working on the Inazuma rep. And there's Ball and Sarah. These mini or super deformed art it's good. I think they've used it before, and I think maybe in various web quests like the Blob quest, the Blob or the Slime web event. And so 359. Okay, yeah, we've already been through that. Right, January 23rd was the first. Oh, I didn't catch the next part. 29, friendship level 10. Yeah, Babala-sama. My first. Ganyu. Yep. She's my most dependable. Jean was your first Bonten? Nice. If I had Jean, she certainly would have been my first Bonten. I guess it's Harimoto. Okay, so I'm among the top 10% most slimes in America. Okay. Maybe if I copy it, then does it count as sharing? Because I don't feel like just like pouring myself out on social media. Alright, that was neat. There were other chapters though that I think, let's see, that I might have missed. Or did it just go through all of them after I said Dragonspine? Harbor the contracts in stone? The Realm Within. Okay, yeah, I just went through all of them, I guess, Inazuma. City of Wind and Freedom. Oh, the Summer Isle! I haven't done the Summer Isle. Or? Huh. When you use the most? Would it be Huta? Or Jean? Could be Jean or Albedo. Albedo or Zhongli. Because they're also characters you haven't gotten since... Okay, yeah, we had this one. Where's the Summer Isle? I didn't... Yeah, this would be really useful for... Or not useful, but it would be cute for FGO. I guess FGO is already kind of a very structured game. Genshin's a bit more free-flowing. So seeing all of these summed up in these numbers like this feels pretty nice. Jingchu. Yeah, could have been, but I can see how Zhongli, he is just... Okay, so we already saw this. Always useful, right? Yeah, we've already seen this. That... 5. Unlock it and switch to other acts. Okay. I already watched it, right? What happens if I... like this? I really want to watch the Summer Isle stuff. Yeah, I already watched this. And then I can watch the Snowy Terrain. From here, maybe I should choose... Is there a different option? Well, there were a couple options. Okay, so here we can west go south. I chose south. Floor 12 only on January 21. Huh, this one didn't even tell me when I cleared floor 12. On 11/17, you failed to find little nines lost. Okay, I remember doing this. This is Act 4. Yeah. Maybe I'll just have to revisit this another time, because, yeah, this is just taking me to all the same stuff. Maybe, do I have to watch the previous act first again? And then, at that point, yeah. Maybe I have to watch this one again, and at that point I choose. Urbanimo. Yeah, I killed a lot of hilichurls. And a lot of slimes. Yeah, okay, so now... Okay, I'm just gonna let this one play out for a moment, because I'm wondering if there's something I can click here, maybe, that opens up the Summer Isles. This one's a fairly long one from what I recall, so... Kinda annoying. Yeah, maybe just sitting through this, again, there will be some sort of option for the Summer Isles at the end. I feel like there was one earlier. Oh, poor Mona. Oh, where's Sarah? Would have been nice to have her representing Good Hunter. Claire. Oh, those are, actually, what are those? Those are some sort of materials that we use. They're tentacles of a sort. Yep, that was my birthday. There's Noelle and Jean. I missed them on the first time around. Yep, I haven't done that one a lot, and I do like the expression on Rosaria's face there. She's really cute. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. Now let's choose that. Oh, man, they make you sit through this twice just to get to this option, huh? I guess I caught some stuff. That's cute. Oh, nice. That was Lisa's birthday. Yeah, that was, what, 13 days? I like how they made the shades, yeah, like the reflection change, as if they're kind of changing. 12 on 10. Wow, nice. Okay, so I think at this point I've seen everything. Let me actually just check if there are any options here. But yeah, I've seen everything. Alright, let's switch back to Genshin then. Oh yeah, let me also turn off this audio and turn on the game audio. Last act for the Abyss? Wait, there's another act? Oh, you mean if you see the last act again, it'll show the Abyss results? Well, I'll try loading it and put it on in the background. And if it loads something, that'll be good. If not, it says floor 8 on a certain day, but it doesn't say about floor 12. It has the same things, same results, so I don't know. But anyway, I need to do my dailies. Yeah, so I wasn't gonna stream today, but as I was gonna do my dailies, I figured it is anniversary. So might as well do a short stream while I do my dailies, and also, actually, even before I do these, I should probably do the artifacts. Alright, so I vaguely remember reading through this one once, but you can see this has so much text that you just go through for a simple daily quest. I mean, people like to complain about Genshin not having much content on a daily basis. So I hope that that's not the reason MiHoYo decided to make these dialogues so much longer. Floor 12 was 410. Oh, really? It actually said that? Must have not caught it. Okay. So it took me about 3 months between beating floor 8 and beating floor 12. That was actually longer ago than I would have thought. I would have guessed it was sometime in the summer that I actually beat floor 12, but then again, I guess by this point, actually beating floor 12 with just 3 stars or 6 stars or whatever is pretty common for me. 3 weeks, nice. That's basically just the next reset, right? Because every reset is 2 weeks. Okay, while I'm down here, let's go check on Hajime, the... What is it, blacksmith, yeah, that's the term. Alright, I've already maxed out my horse for today. Yeah, for a while, besides Ganyu, Keqing was my only other main DPS, or at least the only other one that I'd really rely on. And as good as Keqing is, she does drop off quite a bit. Beidou... I don't know if Beidou's any better, to be honest, but I found her more fun in any case. And I think Beidou's style of play also matched mine better because her style is a bit more... It relies less on... Okay, this is the only artifact out of all of these spots, so keep that in mind. And this is also an artifact, I know that for a fact. Because, yeah, relying on counters from Beidou versus charge attacks, I just did not have a lot of fun using charge attacks with Keqing, and if you want to make Keqing work well, you need to use charge attacks. It's kind of a requirement for her. Yeah, that is true. I got Keqing on Child's Banner, and then I got Diluc on Child's Banner. But before Diluc, to be fair, I was kind of working on Beidou as a physical DPS, and having decent success with it. You know, nothing busted, but she was pretty good. She was probably better than my Keqing. If not better, certainly close. But since getting Diluc, and also Yoimiya, I think... No, this one's Mora. Mora's not bad, of course, but I'd rather save these spots for artifacts at this point. Actually, I rarely go down here, and I know there's at least... Well, I know there's weapon spots. Are there artifact spots here? Let me actually... Okay, yeah, this is an artifact spot. So the second level here is an artifact spot to keep in mind. And I know most of these are weapon spots, maybe all of them. Let me check. That's a weapon spot, the lower one. The top one is also a weapon spot. This one's also a weapon spot. Okay, I should just avoid these then, because I'd rather spend these spots on... What do you say, on equipment, or artifacts. Funny. Just streaming, it's one of those things, right, where you kind of have to get used to talking while playing a game, but even to this day, sometimes when you're playing, you're just focused, just go straight to the game. And okay, this is also a weapon spot. Are there any artifact spots down here? I'm just gonna. Okay, this is another weapon spot. Okay, these all seem to be weapon spots basically, so I shouldn't waste my collection, things on them. The prize only use Genyu 550 times, use only 1350. Yeah, I guess I just haven't done as much artifact farming. I feel like that's probably the difference maker. That I just have spent more time. Actually, I guess I've been spending time farming talent books, which I feel like would also, that should contribute, right? So what would be the difference? I feel like I don't spend that much time on, what are they called? Where'd she go? Ley lines. Like, I probably spend, oh shit, this is a bait spot. Okay, so there's nothing down here other than that one artifact spot in the second level. This is also a bait spot. What about here all the way at the end of the dock? That's Mora. Mora can be good, but I'd rather do artifact. Okay, it's another weapon spot. And what's over here? Okay, this might not be a good overall artifact. But yeah, this is all good for weapons, which you don't really want to spend these sparkly thingies. I probably went through like 10 of them just down here, and there was only one actual artifact spot. Every other one was bait. This one's also bait, but I'm just gonna go through them here to make sure. Yeah, at the beginning, that's probably definitely a difference maker. It's probably a difference maker. I definitely think it's probably a difference maker. I guess that's what I meant to say. Yeah, imagine maybe you spent more leveling up artifacts, whereas I might have spent more on talents and EXP leveling, just straight up leveling. Okay, so unfortunately this area seems to be mostly a waste. A lot of non-artifact spots. That's fine. Now I know. And knowing is half the battle. Right? I wonder what the actual range of results are for people who have Mora spent. Because I imagine most people who started the game around the same time, you know, or around day one, right? Because we started the game around day one. Not day one completely, but around day one. Probably have 100 million more spent in that range. Imagine I have spent more than most players because I play the game fairly regularly. I log in every day. And not only that, I spend resin every day, I do my dailies every day. I'm pretty sure most people who play the game don't do all that every single day. So that would make a difference. There are also whales who straight up buy Mora and such, right? So that's also a difference maker. So I imagine at the top level, there are whales who have, you know, triple crowns, multiple 5 stars, and I've spent 300 million more, maybe even more. Oh, I remember there's some artifacts around here. Actually, I believe all of these are artifact spots. So this one's an artifact spot. Yeah. Oh shit, that one's a bait. The top one, oh shit, okay, I should just ignore these, because that just ends up getting these guys to aggro, And the Mora is nice, but again, not what I'm looking for when I do this. But in any case, might as well kill him for the handguards. It seems like handguard farming can be pretty darn annoying, so if I ever need handguard, I will not regret this. Alright, let's go do more artifacts here. So there's a whole set of artifact locations that I like to visit in Liyue that I'm sure many players know about at this point. And I don't know if I have the most efficient routes or anything like that, but they work. 2.2 trailer during TGS. Yeah, that's what I heard, that TGS was going to have the next update trailer and all that, which I guess sort of makes sense. Up to now, I feel like I've just expected MiHoYo to always do their own thing. But given that Genshin was released during a pandemic, it really didn't have much of an opportunity to be showcased in events like TGS or E3, right? Like, if you're gonna do something online, you don't really need to do it at, like, conventions. Okay, that's bait. It's only this one that's actually artifacts. So much troll for Genshin. So I saw on Reddit some stuff about what people were doing with, like, on the Genshin Discord, people posting pictures of Chi-Chi. And I think I saw, I don't know if one inspired the other or if they were independently created, but I saw that in the Korean community, I think it was Naver, Naver, which is sort of the Korean online Google, Yahoo equivalent kind of thing. Wow, that guy did not notice me until I was right on top of him. And even then, only when I attacked him. Yeah, they were posting pictures of Chi-Chi face down, like lying down. And people were getting banned for it. But I guess I've expressed my displeasure at MiHoYo enough, so I won't go into that. I'm just still a little surprised that we didn't see any real surprise rewards today. Nothing that I can think of. The video, or not the video, but the thing we just watched was pretty nice, though. I'll give him that. That's way higher production values than anything DW's ever done, that's for sure. But MiHoYo set this bar very high when it comes to that kind of stuff. And maybe some people, I don't know, maybe people do tend to appreciate it. I do feel like sometimes people take it for granted just how incredibly high the production values are of the stuff that Genshin or MiHoYo puts out for Genshin, not just the main game, which, you know, speaks for itself, especially given that it's completely free to play, but the associated material related to it. And that's one of the reasons why the anniversary stuff was so disappointing. But that's not the only reason. The anniversary rewards would have been disappointing even if MiHoYo had been a company that made DW look like a generous one, you know? So many players give bad score to Genshin on Metacritic? Oh, really? That's kind of... I can see why that would happen, because I'm guessing a good portion of Genshin's player base, maybe even a majority, are underage. They're probably teenagers, a lot of teenagers, and if not teenagers, 20s and whatever. And a lot of them just maybe don't have that much maturity. I mean, that would be expected at that age, right? And yeah, they just feel like like the game or the devs are being jerks. I should put bad reviews because I can see complaining about it and it makes sense, but I feel like the overall game does not, the quality is not that dependent specifically on the anniversary rewards. You can't honestly tell me that as a player of this game, you're gonna let the anniversary reward quality dictate just your overall assessment of the game, right? A lot of adults too, yeah, to be fair. And I'll be honest, at times I've left petty reviews for apps, especially ones where it feels like they have like spyware or something like that. Maybe not spyware explicitly, but where it feels like they have shady business practices and stuff. Even if the app itself seemed pretty high quality. But I feel like that, at least I was trying to make it reflect the app's direct quality in experience, you know? But I've been petty, you know, I'm not above being petty, even though I try to be. I try my best, I guess. I don't know, maybe I don't try my best, but I try. So, I can understand that people would do that. I just would have preferred if it hadn't really been a thing. Genshin players are stupid. Yeah, I mean, stupidity is pretty common in a lot of places. And like I said, Genshin players probably skew even a little younger, but that said, you see plenty of stupid older people anyway, so. It is, I don't know if it's true that the internet brings out the worst in people, or if you just notice the worst people more because they're allowed to be louder on the internet. But I guess, you know, at this point, I've come to realize it's just a thing on the internet. We're gonna live with it, and or die with it. Who knows? Maybe humanity will die with it. I hope not. But I'm not a. Well, let's see. That's not the right way to put it. I have found myself kind of just as an observer, not as a professional or anything. Just being somewhat more and more concerned with the effects of social media on our society and culture and everything. And I don't mean in kind of a conspiratorial top-down way, although there's probably some of that, but just how that kind of environment affects us in how we relate to each other. I guess that kind of moral panic has always been around, but I guess, to be fair, there's always also been a grain of truth to some of that moral panic. Shown time and again. Yeah, I guess at the beginning, I remember when Genshin first came out, a lot of people were getting into it who had never played gacha games. So there was a whole lot of naivete about how gacha games worked going in as well. Yeah, yeah, Zhongli was a bad character. There's a lot of that too, definitely. What is it? Tears, right? Just absolutely poorly conceived tears. But I mean, I guess a lot of people were responding to just gacha games in general when they responded to the quality of the gacha in Genshin. And I think a lot of that criticism's valid. It's just that it's not criticism that I feel Genshin specifically deserves. I guess, if anything, Genshin deserves criticism for making it sort of the most addicting version. Alright, so let's see. Still want to get through my artifacts, but how about I break things up a little bit? I want to do some solos, or at least attempt them. Actually, I wonder... I've never done a solo of the geohypostasis. because I've barely ever fought the Geohypostasis. I wonder if my Noelle could solo it. She's not really built well at all, but I feel like she could just outlast it. And I've been farming the Geohypostasis for the purpose of ascending my Noelle. Because I want to give her that extra ascension for the extra defense. Not just the... Like, you can see the game just isn't fair with how much they give you stats, right? The attack is barely anything, but the defense is actually pretty significant. It's over 5%. And then, on top of that, Noelle also has a little bonus of having defense percentage as her ascension stat. But, let's see, so her stats here, very low crit rate, very low crit damage, low ER, and defense that is not high enough. But I'm still working on her artifact and such. I'd love to get her a Defender's Will set. But anyway, let's give this one a shot. Let's have her earn her... her weapon? It's... yeah. Oh shit, this one's also level 70. I need to farm this. Gonna do one roll for the anniversary? I mean, good luck if you're gonna do that. I'm not rolling for Kokomi. If I'm doing a roll for the anniversary, that's because I'm saving a roll. And then I'll use those rolls in another banner. Okay, wow. This is gonna take a while. Okay, how about this? I'll go through every single of the pillars, and once I break all the pillars, there'll be proof enough that I can do it. It'll just... I don't feel like taking forever here. Shield. Yep. The craftable claymore? Oh wait, this is... oh shit, this isn't the craftable one. Yeah, I should craft that one. I forgot. For whatever reason, I had it in my head that I had already crafted the 4-star defense claymore and that I was using it on Noelle, but I'm not. Shit. Yeah, I knew I was using a defense claymore on Noelle, but I didn't know I was using the... I was using a 3-star rather than a craftable. Yeah, I should definitely use the craftable one. Oh shit. Shield. Okay, that it looks like that when it's doing that ground attack. Okay, that's an easy one to dodge. But yeah, at this rate, defeating this with my Noelle as is would take a little bit of time. Probably take an hour at least. So, let's just destroy that other pillar, and I'll actually do the wolf boss. I feel like that'll be worth it. What actually happens if you destroy that final pillar before he goes to it? Arbor is not good at it, but Shot can't apply off-field. Yeah, I guess so. Again, to me it seems like Kokomi is a big generalist. That's what she does. And as a Hydro applier who heals, she seems like she's, you know, good enough. Whatever. She does her job. That's the sense that I get. Okay, when's it gonna rebuild its pillars? Because I've definitely seen it do that. Just a shame that I can't hurt it with Geo. I guess if I built my Noelle physical, that could work. But contribute anything but Hydro yet? Okay, yeah, I can gain you though. Yeah, the freeze comp. You can't sprint fast enough. Healing's pretty good though on my Noelle. I'm pretty happy with that so far. Okay, there it goes, building the pillars again. Let's go kill the wolf. Let's do a solo with actually I recently rebuilt Diluc, so let's try it with Diluc. Or no. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use Beta. Yeah. And I'm gonna put some physical artifacts on Beta. Because I haven't used her for a solo or anything like that in a while. Kokomi's your first 50-50 win since Zhao? Oh wow. Well, that was quite the win when you won Zhao, I guess. You had Mona. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the thing is, the Mona doesn't heal, right? I feel like Kokomi's really pretty though. Her animations are nice. Lost on Huta, lost on Zhongli, lost on Cle. Yeah, I'm on a streak of losing 2 in a row so far. I lost on Ayaka, Raiden, and I lost on Ayaka. Alright, I'm gonna rejigger the artifact on Beto. And here's what I'm thinking. I wanna make sure to be able to switch him back in, because I don't mind the set I have on her right now. It's just that her current setup is designed for teams. So she has high ER, and she has a 4-piece emblem, but that's not going to be all that useful for physical. So I'm just going to start by putting all her artifacts on the Traveler. Should I choose the Traveler? I could put him on... Yeah, it doesn't really matter who I choose as long as it's a character that I don't really use. So let's switch out. Switch. Yep. Be lucky with that one. I might put that one back on her actually. And then the last one is Shimenawa. Now let's look at her artifacts. I actually wonder what her stats look like with that. Not very good. So, I figured for doing a solo, I think it makes sense to go with the goblet that is actually electro damage bonus. I won't be using the burst really at all. But otherwise I want to go physical. Whatever. I'm not really looking for the most incredible set here. Just something with some crit rate and physical. Okay, not very good in Pale Flame. Let's use that Pale Flame. I need to level up some of these. You'd like to have Zhongli or Kazuha or Raiden or Eula. I'll want the Hydro player. I see. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? I imagine you have Jingchu too, right? Jingchu's a great Hydro player for somebody like Ayaka, right? Let's see. I could also use... Oof, that one's unfortunate. Yeah, I just kind of want to give her a shit ton of physical damage bonus and have high crit rate to go with it. Also, are there any good Pale Flame? And besides Pale Flame, what's the other one? Oh, I must not have... Okay, I thought I had more Bloodstained Chivalry. I must not have really... Oof, okay, so I'm gonna have to use... Got Pale Flame there, Wanderers... Alright, so we're gonna compare these. Yeah, let's use that. And let's use a Pale Flame Flower. Yeah, I'd rather have crit rate. And let's use crit rate. Pale Flame this. So now we've got 50% physical damage, 47% electro, and the crit rate and crit damage obviously aren't great, but gives us something. And we're gonna give her a physical damage weapon. So that's another 34%. Okay, and also, actually, you know what? I'm going to try this with mouse and keyboard first, but before I do that, let me create the teleport waypoint so that I can just teleport back if and when I die. Needs the shield. Give her Diona. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine Diona you want... She's generally very good, right? And she's good on both teams. 2-piece cryo set, 2-piece Shimina. Yeah, and unfortunately, what's his name? Jingchu is just not great for Ganyu. Alright, so let's see if I can remember how to handle this guy's attacks. Okay, so that attack doesn't do enough damage to make it eat through the counter. Okay. Okay, let's dash through that. Alright, now her counter is ready. Okay, let's keep doing damage. Okay, I got the counter. Shit, let's get out of there. Oof, just made it. I wasn't sure that I'd get the counter ready in time there. Okay, got that. Okay. Where are you aiming? Counter's ready. Okay, I got the counter again. Use her burst. I wish the burst maybe reset the counter cooldown. That would be really neat if the E cooldown reset on the Q, just to make it kind of, yeah, more... Just give her that extra bit of counter ability. I just love her counters so much. Just any way to make it more usable or more useful in more contexts, I just love. Okay. Shit. Okay, I got the counter. Okay. So, unfortunately, phase 2 and 3 I think are going to be way harder. It's definitely a lot faster of a phase. Shit. Okay, I should have taken that into account. Oh shit. He does too much damage on those. I shouldn't try to counter them. Alright, that's one thing to keep in mind. Yeah, I should have been closer to the center of the map for the next phase. Because it immediately turns to ice. Doesn't do well against... I see. Alright, let's focus here. Okay, we're gonna get icicles dropping down, which are gonna be an absolute pain to deal with. Okay, got the counter. Oh shit! Oh, I should need to pay better attention to the icicle. Oof, that I fucked up. Bad. Okay, got the counter. Yeah, I knew phases 2 and 3 were gonna be way harder. I mean, naturally, I guess, but things can change quite a bit for solos, depending on, you know, who you use and what the nature of the boss is. So that phases 2 and 3 can often be easier for a boss, especially when you're doing a solo. Okay, gotta dash through that. Oh shit, I wasn't in the counter spot. That's an attack I'm not very sure about. Oh no! I didn't have the counter on cooldown. I think. I'll have to check. I'm actually not sure if I had the counter on cooldown or if I just pressed the counter too late. But that was the issue there. Alright, let's give it another shot actually. That one's really fun. That was really fun actually. Yeah, I really enjoy playing with Beta. Actually, let's heal her up though. Okay. You want Kokomi and the Ayaka team? Yeah, I imagine that'd be a very good team together, or those two would work very well together because of the fact that you get the trees, and Kokomi means you don't have to devote anyone to healing. You can put in somebody aggressive like Rosaria maybe for the double cryo. Venti but not Kazuha. Okay. Yeah, Venti's certainly great, right? Okay, counter. Okay. Dash through. That. Dash. Okay. Okay, he likes to growl like that sometimes. And that's fine with me, because that just gives me more openings with which to attack him. Okay, got the counter. Good. Shit! I didn't have the counter off cooldown. I should have checked. Okay, got that. At least I'm not doing a 1 HP solo. Shit, that was too late. That was bad. Okay. This whole run might be scuffed at this point. I'm not sure. I'd have to... yeah. Okay, I didn't pay close enough attention to those, is it? The ice attacks, the ones where the ground turns to ice. I was just too careless, and yeah, you can see what happened. I need to do a better job of preparing for those so that I can dash out of the way when I don't have the counter ready to go. Because it's either dashing out of the way, which can take a bit, or doing a counter. There's no other way to avoid damage on those. Oh, Zhao would support Jean. Well, I hope I get both of them someday. Because I have heard they're a great pair. Okay, good. We're doing some damage now. Alright, got the counter. There we go. That's how you avoid that attack. If you're not countering or not shielded. Okay, good. Go ahead, growl, dude. I don't mind. Ah, oh, good. I was a little worried I didn't dash in time. Counter. Yeah, the counter window is so generous. Which I ain't complaining. I hope they don't never make it tougher. That would be a major debuff or nerf, I guess, for Beto if they made the counter windows like way tougher. Okay, I got the counter. Oop. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get that E back in time. Okay. Use her burst. Okay, got the counter. Good. Let's keep going. Yep, could see that I was doing that attack. Go. Counter. Alright, I want to stay closer to the middle of the map. Okay, could have countered that, but just wanted to play it safe there. Okay. That. Come on. The auto-aiming... Ooh, shit. I dashed too early. The auto-aiming really has its issues sometimes. Alright, let's not counter these and just get the hell out of the way. Because my Beto is not built with HP to withstand these hits. That said, I should crown her E at some point so that it has higher scaling and everything. So Diona and Jingchu. Let's see. Well, I feel like Diona and Jingchu actually can work not badly as healers together, given they can... Yeah, both fill that role kind of mediocrely. Okay, counter. Shit. Oh no. Man, phase 2 is really kicking my ass here. The dropping icicles are big trouble. Let me pause for a second, keep doing my artifacts. I wanna get through them, I guess. To 50. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. You got that. Floor 11 made it for. That was. think that was my third attempt. Yeah, third or fourth. But yeah, I've. That second phase, it's definitely doable, but the execution perfection required is pretty high because you have to deal with the icicles while also avoiding the wolf's own attacks. Most of the wolf's attacks are very easy to dash through though, but when you're trying to break those things together in rhythm, it can be really hard to get that just going consistently. And I'm not sure how bad the third phase will be. The thing is, those icicles don't last, not the entire phase even. The icicles actually go away after probably 10 or 15 seconds. But I'd rather not just like wait around for 15 seconds playing it safe while waiting for the icicles to go away, because I think it's just way more fun and satisfying to play with the counter and trying to do actual damage during the thing, right? Okay, where... I actually don't know where the end goes. Okay. Did he turn into... Is it one of these? No. Nope, not the radishes. I know these are all bait. I'm pretty sure it's not this. Nope. Okay, and I know these bad guys spawn here. So I might as well kill them. But what did the Tanuki turn into? I never followed this Tanuki to its actual end. Hmm. Could it be up here somewhere? No. I would have thought it would turn into one of these barrels or something. Oh, okay. It turned into something here. But I'm not quite sure what that was. I didn't see a breakable object, but touching it with Zhongli seemed to work. Oh, so let's kill this guy. He's gonna give 600 Mora, so... That's not too bad. That's about 100th of a 20 resin run, so it's like spending 0.2 resin. Which is what, 1/5 of a resin? And how quickly does resin refill? 8 minutes, right? So it's like using up about 1.3 minutes, or 1.6 minutes. Alright, there's some artifact spots around here I'm aware of, so let's do the daily commission and pick up artifacts. What's the commission, though? Dangerous Hall? Okay. I wonder... Can I actually just do it from here? No, the HP... It doesn't actually start moving until you get close to it. Okay, let's do it from here. There we go. That was easy. Nice. Very, very quick, and you know, it's not often that I can manage to land right on top of the balloon for these dailies, but it's always satisfying when I do. Nice that the game gave me an opportunity to do it. Alright, let's pick up this ore. I should go to the blacksmith and have him craft a 4-star claymore for me for Noel. I feel like for the way I want to use Noel, which is primarily defense, almost 100% defense, aka shielding plus some healing when the need arises, I think a 4-star claymore with the defense substat makes more sense than ER or attack. If I didn't get Ganyu, yeah, it would be a lot. It would have a lot more difficulties, that's for sure. I'm not sure who I would have. I guess I would have continued to invest a lot in Kaching if I didn't get Ganyu. Kaching would have been my main DPS. And she'd probably be a lot better now, obviously. Or she'd definitely be a lot better now than before, but she'd certainly be nowhere near Ganyu's level. You know, even if I somehow managed to make her really, really good and strong for a Kaching, if you're really strong for a Kaching, you're still not as strong as my Ganyu. I probably would have gotten better at handling the issues with stamina, though. Yeah. I would love to build my Kaching Electro at some point. I feel like physical Kaching was actually quite solid. She did really well for me for her time. I think physical Kaching probably gets a bad rap because when you think of Kaching, and especially when you think of her constellations, you think of her Electro. And using her physical does mean you're a little more limited in how you play her because you basically don't get to use her E teleport during... Actually, that's not true. You don't often use her E teleport during a fight. Not as often as you would with Electro Kaching anyway. But that said, you still use it. It's just that when you use it, it suddenly becomes a sort of a DPS penalty. Because you can no longer do any sort of physical damage when after you've teleported. Oh, I still have to investigate? I wonder if the Tanukis use up investigation spots like that. This area I'm a little less familiar when it comes to artifacts and such, but let me just check some in the area. I feel like I might as well kill these folks whenever I come by, because the Mirror Maiden, I feel, is sufficiently annoying enough enemy that when I actually want her pieces, which is not yet, I'm gonna be glad that I've pre-farmed a bunch. That's the feeling that I'm getting anyway. Okay, let's put up that shield. Come on. Okay. The Mirror Maiden is so damn tanky though. That's like, I kinda don't mind that they made her so tough, but the amount of HP that they've given her, basically almost all the Inazuma enemies, I guess. Yeah, it is frustrating at times. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the burst becomes useless with the physical build. That's also true. Or, that's not true. That's actually not true. The burst becomes only used for the crit rate buff. Not only, but primarily. The 15% crit rate buff is actually, you know, quite solid. It's quite a good thing to have on demand, so you use the burst for the crit rate buff, but besides the crit rate buff, unfortunately, it doesn't help you that much. But I know that people have used Kaching Noblesse, which is fascinating to me, because I do feel like the way I played her, you know, I haven't really gotten to use her burst for damage much at all, but it definitely seems like it's viable. I guess you'd want really high ER, right? That's the thing. Like, you're basically using Kaching for her bursts only, or only her bursts for damage, basically, right? That's the idea of when you use Noblesse. But, so you're using, what, auto attacks and charge attacks to build up energy, maybe? That's the whole idea? You use her auto attacks and E, obviously, to build up energy, and then you use her burst for the damage. Oh, is it only 40 energy, her burst? I didn't know it was that low. If that's the case, that makes total sense why people build her with Noblesse. Yeah, Kaching plus Sarah, that, yeah, or obviously Kaching plus Ball would do it. Ball just gives everyone fantastic ER. Right. This ship has become my new favorite spot. I just hope I haven't overused my artifact spots for today, because with how many I wasted in the other area in Inazuma with all the weapons and ore, it's possible that I just ran out of all my spots. It's also too bad that certain attacks by the enemy simply cannot be iframed through. Particularly if they don't deal damage. It feels like attacks by the enemy that apply statuses to you end up not... Oh, not her. Not being able to be avoided when you use an iframe through it. It just... they apply it to you anyway. I guess that it sort of makes sense, but at the same time, from a gameplay perspective, I don't like it. I don't like anything that nerfs iframes, because iframes to me are one of the essential tools for a third-person action game, particularly of this type. That said, I guess I can respect it when certain games don't put in iframes at all. Just have a slightly greater focus on realism. I'm just generally not a realism person for video games. I'm not sure about that spot, but I might come back to it. I don't know if that spot's an actual artifact spot or if it's a bait spot. Oh, there's ore here. I didn't know this was an amethyst spot. Alright. Yeah, definitely want to pick up her materials after wasting all that time killing her. Let's actually go to the ship. So the fact that that spot was still lit up means I think we can expect all of the spots here to be lit up. I'm just not sure if any spots will be lit up after our little run through here because I'm gonna hit up a lot of spots. Oh shit, that's bait. Okay, I need to remember that. These are both bait, I remember. This isn't bait, yeah. But this one is. None of the ones in this back room are bait. All of these are good. Then we head down. Pretty sure right below... Oh shit, that one's bait. Okay, I need to remember that. Right below is bait. I don't want to pick that up. But I know there's some here. I think in this back room... Yeah, these back room stuff are real. Yep. Bait. But then here... Wait, is this... This is under the... Oh no, this is iron. Okay. No, yeah, I think... These are all weapons, I know that. Actually, I'm not sure about this one. I don't remember this one. Oh, it's notes. Kaching deserves nothing. But... I guess, yeah, I don't know. Wait, how did you even get her anyway? If you ended up getting spooked or something, I could understand that. Alright, so this one... Yeah. The fact that Kaching doesn't feel great for you? Oh no, I was just saying... Like, yeah, I haven't used my Kaching in a while, right? And she used to be my main DPS for a long time. But then Ganyu came along and she's just way, way better. But I would like to revisit Kaching at some point as an Electro. Oh, you got spooked right after her. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, there seemed to be... Well, I guess to be fair, given the clumpiness of random luck, you're gonna get people getting spooked by certain characters for a lot of things. I feel like I've seen a lot of people get spooked by Kaching. I mentioned a couple days ago, I think, that streamer that I watch, Hina Melina, got spooked by Kaching on Kokomi's banner twice. She pulled 3 5-stars, 2 of them were Kaching. And she already had C5 Kaching before the banner began. So, yeah. Alright, so that, I believe, completes all the artifacts in that area. I'm gonna go back here and see if there are any artifacts here to pick up. I didn't realize there were 2 Mirror Maidens in the area. I was confused because that earlier Mirror Maiden was on top of a cliff, and I'd remembered a Mirror Maiden being around here, being on the ground level. But turns out there's both. Yeah. Yeah, if I were you, I'd stop. I'm so sorry about the Rosaria results. Oh, okay, this one is an artifact. Shit, I should remember that. It's so unfortunate about how things can go with 4 stars in Genshin. Okay, maybe I shouldn't teleport. Let me actually go to the cat island here and see if I can pick up more artifacts. Yeah, I always say, if you're gonna be disappointed by getting the 5-star, maybe not always, but at least in Genshin, then yeah, then you shouldn't pull. And that's why I'm not gonna pull for Kokomi at all, even though I'd love copies of any of the 4 stars. Like seriously, all 3 Rosaria is the only one that I don't actively use, but even so, I like to bring her out every once in a while because she still is pretty decently built in terms of being a crit rate support with her burst. Okay, that one's bait. So I think we might be running out of spots. I don't know. It's possible that I've used up all the spots, but I'm not gonna just walk to all the other spots in case. Right, I think this one might be bait. No, this one isn't. I think that one's bait, but these ones aren't. That one is. Okay, yeah. Wait, 30% crit rate? What do you mean? Do you mean 15 from the Double Cry Resonance plus 15 from her? She herself is capped at 15%, right? How much she can give? Yeah. Okay, looks like there's still spots open. Alright, let's kill these guys. Oh shit. Okay, let's use Yoimiya here. That rolling Kokomi was 3 Jingchus. Oof. Well, at least Jingchu is good, but what's the what's the current constellation on him now? Oh, he was C6 to begin. Damn, I'm sorry. But yeah, you can see my Rosaria is at 97.5, but that sacrifices basically everything. But she can actually still hit 100. I don't need to level this one up that much, but you can see this one's not a great artifact. I just wanted to give her a crit rate circlet. So she does it by doing 2-piece Berserker, and that's it actually. Her set is entirely designed around just giving her a lot of crit rate, including the deathmatch. But yeah, just going all in on crit rate, right? That's one thing I appreciate about characters like her. If they have one niche, you can often just make them shine by making them completely excel in that one niche only. Can you imagine getting 25 more? Yeah, well, you need just the substats, right? That is it. Just if you just get one substat on each, that's 2.7 on a low roll. I think I might have run out of artifact spots, which on 4 different artifacts is about 10%. So yeah, you still need 25 more if you just get super unlucky, or you still need 15 more. All right, I think I've exhausted all the artifact spots now, so that's good. Now let's go back to doing a solo. How about I try... I'm gonna try using the controller this time. I really think with the melee user, I do find the controller just a little more natural. Alright, so we got all of that. Wow. Damn, that's really good. Full noblesse, too. Yeah, that's a great set for support. What's her name? Support Rosaria. More than 2 crit upgrades for every artifact. I mean, it's not crazy, because you're getting... what is it? 5 total rolls, right? 4 if you start with 3, but yeah, depending on the case. But anyway, you're getting 5 total rolls. You need 2 of them to go into crit rate. You're gonna need... So you have 4 total different substats. That means the one of those stats has to roll at least twice, essentially. So there's just the odds that the crit rate is one of them. So that's 1 out of 4 chance greater than 1 out of 4 chance that crit rate rolls twice, essentially. So it's not crazy, I would say. It's unlikely. Oh, they aren't equally likely. That is true. Crit rate is a lower likelihood. It's not by... Yeah, that's also true. It's not 1 out of 4. I forgot about that. It's not much lower, though. It's more like 1 out of 6, I think. So it's not crazy. It's still not crazy low. But yeah. But the thing is, generally what you can get by with is one artifact that you got, or 1 or 2 artifacts that you just happen to get super lucky on. That's way more likely, I feel. Where you got one or 2 artifacts that you got 10 or even 15% crit rate on. I guess I don't have 15% crit rate on anything yet, but I do have... Let's see. I really don't want to level this one. It's already... This one already rolled defense once, which is sad, but... Try taking this one up. Well... Yeah, I just picked up a lot of artifacts, so let's try using them, because I don't want to cap out on artifacts. Even 80% crit rate's good. I guess that's true, yeah. I mean, the difference between 12% buff and 15% buff, it's not that crazy high. You know, it's a 3% difference, obviously. You're missing it, but generally... You're talking taking somebody from, say, 60% crit rate to 63% crit rate or something like that, right? Or I guess taking someone from 50 to 65 versus 50 to 62. Shit. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I already have a attack with... and none of these substats are good. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to go in as is, so I'm just gonna have to get better and hope that playing with the controller will allow me to pull it off where I haven't been able to do it before. So... Oh, shit. So I want to start by using her charge attack, then activate it. That allows me to just go in here. Maybe I should come back at some point with a Beto built physical, like proper physical, instead of coming in with this kind of fluish physical Beto that isn't bad, but just doesn't do that much damage, and as a result I'm ending up having to be perfect for a long time. Okay, dash through. I think I'm gonna have to find a rhythm of basically doing counter one and then dash the next 2 attacks and then counter 1. But sometimes he doesn't attack too often, so as a result I can just do a counter back to back. Or counter dash and then counter. Like this one I have to dash. This one I have to just get out of the way. Okay, counter. Yep, get out of the way. Jean, yeah, I hope so too. I'd rather have Jean, but I wouldn't cry about getting a Wolf's Gravestone, that's for sure. Okay, keep going at him. Yeah, and without being able to do Superconduct, of course, the amount of damage I can pull off is also somewhat limited for physical. Alright, let's dash out of the way. There we go. Yeah. I've noticed, yeah, if you want to dash out of the way, it's best to just stay away on the other side of the map from him. Because he commits pretty early to the entirety of the dash. And then on the third one, you want to stay kind of in the middle third. And then if you have a Claymore user, you want to start a charge attack. And that'll eat through the animation. Wolf's Gravestone's a good support claimer? I guess so, right? It gives everyone an attack buff. So it could be really good on Sayu. Okay, got the counter. Shit. Okay. Oh shit! I didn't dash away in time. Okay, got the counter. Dash, good. Oh shit, I didn't have the counter ready! Ah, I should have checked that. That was just lazy of me. Just assumed that it was ready. Okay. Being pretty non-violent right now. Okay, got that. Okay, come on. We got the counter ready. Yeah, I need to check every time the counter is ready. Okay, shit. Get that one. Shit. Okay, dash through it. Okay, counter ready. Good. Dash, good. Dash, good. Use the camera properly. Okay, I got the burst ready, so I might end up using that for iframes at some point. Okay, I got the counter. Okay. Keep going at him. Shit. Oh shit. Okay, I need to use it for the iframes now. Okay, I got the counter. Shit. Oh no. Okay, let's dash. Oh no, what? What hit me there? Yeah, phase 3 is actually even harder than phase 2, huh? That's tough. Sayu? Oh, your Sayu has Wolf's Gravestone? Nice, but that was super fun. It became really intense. It looks funny on her? Okay. I'm sure, yeah, a lot of weapons look funny on her. Actually, I have the fish now. Yesterday after stream, I decided to spend a bit more time actually looking for the fish. She looks really cute with it, too. But right now I got Favonius on her. But yeah, this is a fun fight. I'd gotten so used to just roll, steamrolling this fight, because when you take a strong, or even just a regular team, it's fairly easy, but when you take a soloist who cannot heal, right? That's the main thing that's really making it really hard. The room for error is not very high. I still insist that Beto deserves a buff where she heals on every counter. Put it onto her C6 if you need it to be exclusive. I just want something like that. Like how Kea gets a heal, I think, on a constellation. Is it on a constellation? It's either on a oh shit, I timed that wrong. It's either on a constellation or it's a passive talent from leveling up. I don't remember. An artifact set does that. Oh, that's a good point. I could try putting a healing artifact set on Beto or any other character that I want to solo with. Although, I guess one of the appeals of something like this is that it demands perfection, or maybe not perfection, but something close enough to it. You only have so many hits you can take before you're just done, right? There's no do-overs, just like in life. Oh shit, that was very bad of me. Okay. Counter. Okay. Counter, good. There we go. Now let's run. Wait, Wait, is there such a set, or do you mean that there should be such a set? Because if there should be such a set, if there isn't, and if there is, I'd love to use that on Beto. But yeah, thank you for coming by, Nat. Have a good sleep. As usual, must be super late there, so hope you get plenty of it. It's one of the most important things. It doesn't exist yet? Okay, yeah. I'd definitely love that. That would be the Beto solo set. That would just automatically be the Beto solo set. Okay. Counter. Get out of the way there. Let's use her burst for the iframes. Okay. Okay, her counter is still ready, so let's use that. Good. Okay, dash through that. I believe it. Maybe I should focus on its leg, because that is what I generally like to do as a melee user when I'm fighting him. Counter. Good. Good. Dash through just in time. Okay. Keep going for the leg. We're good. Can't do any damage behind him for that one attack. Okay, good. Okay, got the dash. Okay, counter came back just in time. I almost made a mistake there. That one the counter didn't come, but now it is. Okay, good. Let's keep attacking him here. Okay, got the counter. Ooh, now he's doing the phase 3. Okay. Okay, got the counter. Alright, let's use her burst. Dash through. Okay. Nice! Okay, there we go. That was like the 6th try, but hey, I pulled it off. This was my Beto. 33% crit rate, 68% crit damage, 100 ER, massive. 47% electro, 85% physical damage bonus. So that 85% physical damage bonus was where all the stats went, because I went with 2-piece Bloodstain, 2-piece Pale Flame, but very little anything else. And also with this new Tomb Star Silver. Alright, let's see if the game will reward me. No. Shit. 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 Alright, well. That's about what we expected, right? 33% crit. Yeah, you're gonna love the level of her circlet. Because what I figured is I want to give her just as much crit rate as possible. But I didn't want to use artifacts, or I didn't want to level up crappy artifacts. Look at her circlet right there. It's a 5-star crit rate circlet, but at level 0, it unfortunately doesn't offer that much crit rate. So I think if I max it out, it goes up to what, like 25%? So that's an extra 20% crit rate just from that. But otherwise, yeah, and also this is a... I put an Electro piece because I wanted her counter to be strong. So that actually makes me realize if I want to build Beto with counters in mind, while still being a DPS, it would actually make sense to give her 2-piece Pale Flame, 2-piece of Bloodstained, and physical damage weapon, but also give her electro damage bonus. Now, usually maximizing on just one stat, one type, is how you maximize a character's damage. So you just want to say go all in on crit rate, or sorry, not crit rate, or cryo, say for Ganyu, or physical for a physical character, electro for electro character, etc. Along with, yeah, just obviously crit rate, crit damage for a DPS. But I feel like with the way I want to play Beto, or that I at least enjoy playing Beto, I don't just want to use her as an off-field support, although I'm planning on trying using her out that way, because I know that's one of the roles that she really excels at. But what I would really enjoy doing is using her as a main DPS, but also somebody whose counter is very strong. Maybe a counter DPS. The thing is, I've heard people use her as a counter specialist in their team, so that you just fight, and then every once in a while when you get attacked, you switch to Beto and counter it, and then you can even use Beto at that point for some extra damage, because she gets a 12%, I think, 12 or 15% damage buff and attack speed buff when you land a perfect counter. But the issue with that I've had is that the amount of time it takes to actually switch to Beto and then activate the counter is a little longer than I like for that kind of move. It takes actual planning, right? And given the speed of the animations in this game, it's actually not that impractical. It's actually pretty practical to switch to a different character and then activate their E. But it's still a little slower than I like. So that's the one kind of issue that I have. Alright, so now that oh yes, since I do have work tomorrow, I'm going to be using up my resin so that I can condense it instead of condense it in the morning. It won't cap that way. So I have a couple condensed resin. I'm gonna farm resistance books. Actually, wait. What weapon ascension material does the fish require? Okay, that's a Wednesday item, so that's tomorrow. I don't think I really need any more. Yeah, I don't really need any other weapon ascension materials or such. So I'm just gonna run this a couple times. At the beginning of a week, I do like to run through like these daily quests. Okay. This is cryo. Oh, also, let me switch out the artifacts on Beto. Are we gonna refine the fish sword? Oh, we can. They have items in the event shop, I believe, or I don't know if it's not an event shop actually. It's like an event. Like you just get stuff from doing the event, I think. But let me see. I can actually show you. I got a refinement for my fish yesterday. It's R1 or R2, sorry. I keep forgetting that weapon and characters get different setups, which is I find a little silly. But oh yeah, wait. Look at the event. It was in the Moonlight Seeker, so you get the fish. You get the fish from the Moonlight Seeker event. Here it is. Emperor's Balsam. This is for the... It's the bottom option here. It's the Trail of Delicacies. And if you beat the final one, you get that. Yeah, it's not clear, but what I did as soon as I got the fish was I decided to check I leveled it up, and then I checked the refinement options, and I noticed that I could already refine it once, because I had done that quest to get the refinement material before I had done the... Oh shit, I didn't time that one right. Yeah, before I had done the quest to get the actual fish. Because getting the fish is a major pain in the ass. You have to get 100% on that thing. That's a lot. Yeah, let's actually use Yoimiya properly here. Okay. That's one. That's two. And here, let's do that. Well, there we go. I got the counter. Let's... oh shit. God damn it. I didn't even have the counter ready. So burst. Okay. Got the counter, good. Shield up. And now let's have Yoimiya do her thing, yeah? Okay. Killed that one slime. This other slime is getting on its way. Good. Okay. God for the shield. Okay, that didn't get the counter. But now we got the shield back up. And here, let's claymore the hell out of this. Okay, that got the counter off the teleport. That shield. Use Yoimiya and go to town here. Okay, now let's use her and use that burst defensively. Put up that shield and yeah, use that claymore. Now let's use her burst. Use that claymore, get the counter, good. And now use her E and do some overload damage, flinging these guys in the air like fucking Dante from Devil May Cry. Yeah, that's one thing that is very underrated about using Yoimiya with Beto. God damn, that is so satisfying. Bursting enemies up into the air, or maybe that's a little too explosive a term, but yeah, popping them in the air and then hitting them on their way down. One of the many reasons I really want Jean. Speaking of Jean, let's do another run, because I know I can always use more resistance books. But I figure one condensed resin, getting down to one condensed resin is a pretty good place to be when it comes to having enough room to condense resin for the day. Alright, let's do it again. So, this Beto... oh shit, I didn't switch out Beto's artifacts. I was thinking, shit. Yeah, she's currently not at all built for support. She's barely built for physical. But given that physical is the only thing she's built for right now, let's actually make her do it. Okay, got the counter. Okay, let's have Yoimiya go to town on these folks. And then here, work on the Abyss Mage, because the Abyss Mage is very annoying. Shit. Okay, got the counter, I think? I'm not sure. Well, anyway, let's use her burst. Use her burst. You put up her shield. And then let's have Yoimiya kill these folks. That. And that. And that. Yep. There we go. And then let's have Beto work on these folks. And use her counter. I didn't get the counter there properly. Shield. Okay, got the counter. Good. Let's use that. And the superconduct lands. Oh shit. Okay, I think I got the counter there. Put up that shield. And do some healing. Yeah. And now let's eat through this guy's shield with Yoimiya. That's the easiest way to do it. Oh shit. That ice is killing me. Or the ice fog anyway. Okay, let's get some energy. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna heal. Oh shit. Okay, well I guess that killed the enemy too quickly. So now I'm gonna just finish my ore mining and then call it a stream, I guess. I'll go to my Serenity Teapot as well, but I'll do that after my ore mining. I did my artifact ruts, so I have plenty of artifacts, and I did them early on, which means that gives me more time to do them tomorrow, and I'm still at 877 artifacts. So that's, yeah, that's a pretty good place to be. I picked up all the ore in Mondstadt, and that leaves stuff in Liyue and also in Azuma. Oh, also, I need to remember to craft that 4-star claymore. I think it's called the White Blind. The defense main stat 4-star claymore. I'm pretty sure I have enough claymore billets these days that I'm really not gonna regret using one. Let me actually check how many billets I have. 4. Yeah. That means I'm still one short of being able to R5 a craftable weapon, but... or craftable claymore anyway. But... I think having just 3 instead of 4 is not something I'm gonna feel awful about. And if I do, hey, every week we still have another chance. In fact, another 5 chances now to get another craftable claymore prototype, right? Or, sorry, billet. They used to be called prototypes in version 1, I believe, and maybe even 1.1, but then early on, they changed the name to billets. My guess is that it might be because, or that my guess is that it is because one of the weapons is named Prototype Archaic, and they didn't want to confuse players, but the thing is, Prototype Archaic is a craftable weapon, so it kind of makes sense that it has the name Prototype in it, but I can see it being confusing. That is my hypothesis, my pet theory anyway. I could very well be wrong. Most likely I am. But since they've changed the name to billets, I've tried to force myself to keep calling them billets. I guess over time I've just gotten used to the Genshin Impact terminology. I no longer call Mora QP, I no longer call characters servants. Though sometimes I do. I kinda like calling them servants. They're all my servants, or at least my traveler's servants. They're there to serve. Serve her needs, her most basic needs, you might say. Oh, this is pretty satisfying. Especially doing it with Pyro, right? Against this guy. It must be so frustrated. Usually he's surrounded by fire in a protective way, but this time it's killing him. And not that quickly either, it's kind of a slow burning death. I heard immolation is one of the most awful ways to die. And I wouldn't doubt it. It seems pretty awful. It seems super painful. Having been burned in the past by fire just by accident, I know how painful it can be. And I imagine you don't really get used to it until, well, you die. And it probably takes you... It probably kills you fairly quickly once it starts killing you. But it probably can still take a little bit to get to the point where your more important internal organs are all failing. Yeah, at least if Game of Thrones is anything to go by. It's supposed to be very bad, and other sources have also said that burning to death is one of the worst ways. So, I wouldn't want to go that way, that's for sure. I haven't thought too much about how I'd like to die. I guess I'm not at that stage of my life yet, hopefully. But then again, it's one of those things that can always come when you're least expecting it, right? And some people, they don't even realize, they don't even know. And I don't know if you should be jealous of those people or if we should pity them. I don't know. It could be any one of us too, right? It's another thing. Yeah, I think, yeah, I talked about this before, didn't I? Would you want to know if somebody were able to convince you that they really are a soothsayer or whatever, can see the future? Would you want to know when you would die? I don't know. I really, really don't know. I think there are parts of me that say both answers, but I feel like maybe a bigger part of me says yes, because I think it would be useful. Despite how macabre I thought it would be, and maybe I'd be pretty depressed depending on the answer, I guess. It could also be a useful thing to know. I might spend way less time. I might waste way less time on Genshin Impact, depending on the answer. You want to know if Mihoyo is gonna surprise us on a live stream or not? Well, unfortunately, that's kind of a self-defeating desire. Because if you knew, then Mihoyo is not gonna surprise you, right? They might have a surprise planned, but it ain't gonna be a surprise. But I'm guessing what you... Yeah, I'm guessing I'm not interpreting you correctly in that. But yeah, I hope... I wish we knew. I wish there was more. But at this point, the anniversary is over, right? In China, at least. It's already tomorrow. So... What? Has there been a live stream already? Or what? Because I'm really surprised, actually, that there hasn't been. They've been doing live streams for every update. And an anniversary, even though it doesn't coincide with an update, seems like it's actually way more significant than any particular update. Even if you're not updating the software at the time, it's just a major, major milestone. And it's not like the Chinese don't take the idea of a year seriously. I mean, I guess they have a different way of it because the New Year, like the Chinese New Year, is probably a more significant holiday than the actual birthday of the game. But still, it's not like a birthday is insignificant. FGO does its anniversary on the anniversary. I guess that's true, yeah, that's yeah. But in FGO, there's at least like a banner or an event, right? That's anniversary specific that lasts multiple days. I feel like without something like that in Genshin, it just ends up kind of feeling like, oh, anniversary is just another day. I mean, that's how I feel about my birthday, to be honest. Whenever my birthday rolls around, it's like, oh, it's my birthday, it's another day. I still have to go to work and do all that shit. But I'm not a multi-billion-dollar gacha game with literally millions, probably 10 million plus, right? People playing me. I wouldn't enjoy that. I'm kind of an introvert. I wouldn't want to be played by that many people. Ever on the anniversary? Don't they usually coincide with the anniversary? I thought usually the banner at least started on or before the anniversary and went past the anniversary. So even though the banner itself isn't just on the anniversary, during the anniversary, during that specific day, there is an anniversary specific thing going on. But I have never been too like paying close attention to the exact date. They've never done that. Oh yeah? Have they always done it after the anniversary then? They waited a bit and then, or maybe wait's not the right term, but basically the anniversary celebration and rewards and whatever would come a few days after the actual date. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, who knows what to expect from Mihoyo, but in that case, I guess it makes more sense than I thought. That they would not do anything yet today. It does feel like they didn't really have much of a plan B or anything. Or at all. It wasn't like they thought, oh wow. Sayu just owned that with help of Yoimiya. It's not like they had something in their back pocket to announce or had some sort of thing to do some damage control if people were pissed. If they did that, they certainly didn't break it open. They didn't break open the box, or what is it? They didn't break the glass that says, you know, what is it? In case of emergency, break glass. They might be sticking to their guns, maybe, and that might be admirable. But again, I feel like regardless of what they announce, it's gonna look kind of weak at this point. Yeah. Yeah, 110 pull happy anniversary. Yeah, I mean, at this point, that's what it's looking like, right? That's what everyone's expecting. And there's always that possibility that a little later on we'll get something. But hasn't DW generally at least announced anniversary stuff before the anniversary itself? I always get the feeling that with FGO, and this might be because I play NA and KR where we have Clairvoyance EX, that we have anniversary, like pre-anniversary posts and stuff to let everyone know, hey, this shit's coming up before the anniversary itself. And maybe that might be why I was confused about when the actual anniversary stuff happened. Yeah, I heard that it's getting bombed on the App Store and on Metacritic too, actually. I heard, yeah, actually from Nat earlier, I think he mentioned that people were review bombing it on Metacritic. And I think it's kind of shitty that people are doing that, but at the same time, it's kind of what I've come to expect from people. So, you know, whatever. I'm not saying... So, yeah, I'm not saying such people are pieces of shit or anything, actually. I think most of these people are perfectly decent, normal people. Probably just a little immature, like I mentioned. There are probably a lot of kids. But I do think it's kind of a shitty thing to do, to leave bad reviews just because the game company didn't give you the rewards you thought you deserved. And I'm not saying that the sense of entitlement is, like, bad, either. I feel like when you're dealing with a for-profit company, gacha, especially in a field as predatory as gacha gaming, as players, it almost feels like I don't think there is such a thing as too entitled. Maybe there is, but... And I do like to say that we get a lot from this game considering it's completely free to play, so I don't really like bitching. But I do think people are reasonable to be annoyed, at least, if not a little pissed, at the level of rewards we're being given, considering how much the general Genshin community and... Yeah, community and player base. I guess those are two different things, right? The community is largely the player base, but a lot of the player base actually doesn't participate in the community at all. They're not a part of it at all, and you know, it's nothing wrong with that. And there's must be parts of the community that also don't play the game. They just enjoy the art, they make art, they enjoy the manga, they might watch streamers, that kind of thing. But given how much generally the player base has given back, I feel like we're reasonable to expect more. But yeah, it is gacha at the end of the day, so always good to remember that, you know, they're in it for the money. It just feels like even when you're in it for the money, what they're doing doesn't seem like the best option. But I've mentioned before, these guys probably have some models in there to figure out what kind of rewards are the best. I'm just highly skeptical of whatever models they might have used, because I've seen firsthand how a lot of corporations use and create models. Maybe not a lot, but how some, because of my work, and I know that the general public often puts way more faith and trust into how much effort people put into checking these kinds of models and designing them than is often the case. Yeah. So even a multi-billion-dollar top-level company, right? At this point, MiHoYo, given the success with Genshin Impact, cannot be considered anything less than one of the top gacha game companies. And even at that level, I wouldn't be surprised to see some pretty shoddy work. And I'm guessing some shoddy work led to this. This is the white blind defense percentage, and on hit, normal or charged attack increase attack or defense by 6% for 6 seconds, max 4 stacks. So up to 24%, which you can get very quickly if you use spin to win on well. Let's go for it. Getting stingy on anniversary is a self-inflicted wound. I would agree with that. That's the way it feels to me. In a large part because it costs them nothing in terms of actual money spent in order to give these rewards out. There's no actual real like research and development costs involved. And no extra server load, really, not that I can think of. Yeah, I just there's no real cost. The only real cost is the opportunity cost of the fact that people will be less incentivized to spend money if they already have Primo Gems. Right, that's basically how it works. But it's not like if you give us $100 worth of Primo Gems, that's like giving each player $100. It doesn't cost them $100. It costs them something, and if it was $100, it would be pretty significant from a opportunity cost standpoint. So I wouldn't expect them to give $100 worth of pulls, but 10 pulls that's a little bit too far on the other end. And even $100 worth of pulls wouldn't be too surprising. It's not like a crazy amount. I feel like FGO gives close to $100 worth of pulls. They're often hidden behind some things that you have to clear. It's only 40-ish rolls. Okay, I guess that's true. Maybe $100 is actually way in the reasonable range. But even so, I guess I'd be pretty... If they give us 40 rolls, I would consider that to be good rewards. Not crazy good, but good. I'd be very happy, actually, with 40 rolls. If it was just... Let's say they gave us straight up the exact same rewards, but instead of 10 rolls, it's 40? Yeah, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Can't get a 5-star with... Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's absolutely true, right? So, I'm not necessarily looking for a guaranteed 5-star. Want to do anything? Yeah. Yeah, I think ultimately that's one of the biggest factors. Because they can only ever escalate, they want to start out low. And they undershot, but hey, like I said, it's a free-to-play game. No need to bitch, or yeah, no need to be in the mood for bitching. There's never a need for bitching, I guess. But there's no need to get oneself too down. I guess normally, and this is the sense that I get from other gacha games, despite not having played many, just a handful that I've ever played, and only 2 that I've ever played more than a couple of weeks. It's that if a gacha game starts flagging in terms of its popularity, that's a time then when you'll often see a game give out very big rewards, like or really increase the amount of rewards they give relative to how much they've done before. So it makes a lot of sense for a game in its first year to leave a lot of room for improvement, essentially, because hey, they're kind of riding high right now, but we've all seen how big people, or how quickly people can sour, and I still think Genshin is at least a few scandals away from actual significant like loss of players. Maybe one more big scandal, because this isn't that big a scandal, if I'm being honest. It is probably the biggest scandal that Genshin's had, but it's in the grand scheme of things not that big. but one more in similar vein might actually cause some things. So it's not like they're like Google or Microsoft level where they can ride their too big to fail essentially level for a while. I feel like they could go down very quickly. A Kokomi, a free Kokomi. I think people would have still bitched about it, but hey, we're already getting a free 5-star. So, you know, I don't think a second 5-star would have been that, you know, incredible. But giving people a gacha 5-star on year 1 of the game would just set the expectation way too high. Like Aloy, right, has set some expectation, kinda maybe, because Aloy, to be honest, is not an anniversary 5-star, right? She's just a 5-star that we're getting for free around the time. But, well, yeah, maybe not. Who knows? But I feel like maybe, given that they already gave us a 5-star, people might expect, yeah, we should be getting some free 5-stars regularly, not just the Traveler and Aloy, right? It's actually relevant, right? And that's exactly why I think they wouldn't want to set that kind of precedent, right? Because on year 1, again, if they give you a 5-star that is a gacha 5-star, yeah, then I feel like that's kind of going to set the standard. Game is bog standard for gacha anniversary? Well, not in FGO, right? I can't remember getting a free 5-star in FGO. I don't think that's happened yet in NA. And I feel like FGO is probably the other most popular gacha game, right? Or I don't actually have little idea what the most popular gacha games are, but I feel like FGO and Genshin are two of the tops. Oh, the GSSR. Yeah, but the thing is, the GSSR is... We already have a GSSR in Genshin, right? So, I guess the equivalent would be giving us a full 90 pulls, but that would be... Yeah, it wouldn't work. Unless, otherwise, they would... Unless it's a similar thing to Genshin, where it's like Noel's banner, where you're guaranteed a 5-star on 110 pull. What's it doing here? Weapon Ascension materials. Yeah, I guess, I mean, if they, I'll tell you what, if they did some sort of GSSR system where you had to pay for Genesis crystals, actually, that would still work for me because I have Genesis crystals from the Welkin Moon. So let's say they made it so that you had to actually spend new money in order to buy a select 5-star of your choice from the permanent banner. I think I'd do that. I think I'd do that just for that first copy of Gene. I don't know, at this point, I feel like I'll take what I can get if I can guarantee a Gene somehow, because it's getting more and more clear that we're not going to get a Gene banner anytime soon. That's certainly what it's looking like. Alright, so I've spent all my Mora, or not Mora. I'm glad I haven't spent all my Mora. I've spent all my resin, at least all that I can spend. I guess I can still run a ley line for 20, but I'd rather hold on to that and just condense it tomorrow. Epic 7 has pity as well to give you a free 5-star ticket. Wow. I mean, that sounds nice. But yeah, I think MiHoYo realizes they're in a very, very attractive spot, but one that's also precarious. So I'm pretty sure they want to extract as much money as possible while they're popular, and maybe as part of that strategy that involves not giving away too many rewards, but in exchange they kind of handicap themselves in the long run, and I do think they're shooting themselves in the foot. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. So just yeah, 10 pulls is pretty pathetic. But anyway, I'll call it a stream there. I'm glad I got through the solo. Beto solo was actually, pretty refreshing to do again after not doing that kind of thing for a while. I might stream again tomorrow, we'll see. Like, I'm pretty open on the evenings because of, again, not being able to play Frisbee. But, yeah, I might do a different game, Ninja Gaiden. But I think I've done enough in Genshin for today. Done my dailies. And again, happy anniversary, everyone. Happy birthday to Ayaka. I think, yeah, I probably wouldn't have streamed at all if it wasn't anniversary because there wasn't a whole lot to do, but I'm glad I did. It was fun. Got my dailies done, and the solo was fun. So, yeah. I have special banners in Genshin. Right, yeah, they could do that. They could do that. They could absolutely do that. Maybe that's what's in store. If there's a live stream that Miho is gonna do, we'll find out. Like, I imagine there will be more and more news coming out over the next few days, and maybe we'll even talk about it on stream and watch some of it on stream. But until then, I hope everyone has a good rest of their Tuesday and good rest of the week. Talk to you next time. Bye.